Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the TEW series you all know and love, and that's the 2012 series. I've been struggling. To what to call this series, and another updated point is that it's been a month. I've been very busy with school and stuff. I just got out of school. I have one more year of college to go, and I can fully play TEW for a living. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, we have, this. I've been very busy, and we have, I love this save, and I kind of lost a little passion for it. Not passion for it, just I got swamped. Plus, there is, the new Mortal Kombat came out, and I'm a Mortal Kombat freak. I love the game, and I love the new one. And also, other games have come out that I've been playing. But with everything happening with AEW right now, that kind of just shows, like, from the last clip, I don't even think some of the matches, they hadn't even done announced matches at Double or Nothing yet. Well, they had announced matches, but not all of them to now, where they have a TVD on TNT of all things. And that kind of shows the age difference. But forget about that. I always kind of bitch about that in these videos. Let's take a look to the main point of the video, which is Superstars to start off. So we have Superstars, and we start off just with a match. Just straight off, it's Sheamus, recently off his betrayal of Kevin Nash, taking on Colt Cabana. And Colt does get a good win, but in about 10 minutes, he gets hit with the bro kick, and that's about it. So any worker improvements? No worker improvements. Going to the next segment. The next segment we have is with The Big Show. The Big Show comes to the ring, and he gets a microphone. He starts ranting about Chris Jericho. He says, this Sunday at Night of Champions, we're the only match that's just a grudge match where a championship is not on the line. And because of that, we're going to have one hell of a fight. Jericho was a mistake. I should never have trusted you, Jericho. You always ruin these tag teams. But there's one thing you can't ruin, and that's the KO punch. And just a Big Show hyping up his match on Sunday with Chris Jericho. And next we have on SmackDown, there's a hype message. It's going to be John Cena versus Ted DiBiase. That will be our main event for SmackDown. And then we have a match between the family, the Wyatt family, to be precise, and Yoshitatsu and Insane. With Bray Wyatt picking the win when he defeats Sami Zayn with his sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt is actually the one that does the most work here. Sami and Kevin, they're in the 77s. So, very good, despite, they don't have that tag team, thing anymore. So, for them to get 77 is just awesome. And then Bray Wyatt has improved tremendously. Like, I pushed them to the moon, and that really helped with that. I think that U.S. title reign really did it good. My booking is not, the best, but, at least something good came out of it. And then we have just a shitty little match between Esther Dunlap picking up the win over Naviv Angel with a Vampiric Bulldog. Can't really say much about the C69. And then we have Evan Bourne talking about Kofi Kingston. Evan Bourne getting a little mic time backstage. He talks about how he respects Kofi Kingston. He says Kofi Kingston has been a great champion, the champion that Raw has deserved, but that doesn't change the fact that on Sunday, he's going to be the upset in the Scramble match, that he's going to pick up the WWE Championship, and there's nothing that his friend or the others in that match can do about it. Just hyping up his match. And then we have our main event, a basic, triple threat match, with Rey Mysterio taking on Cesaro and Mark Henry, so two pretty big men. Cesaro, I like to imagine, plays around with Mysterio, and he goes toe-to-toe with Mark Henry. SmackDowns, I'm stupid. And, Cesaro has managed to get a good amount of shots on Mark Henry, but it's Rey Mysterio who manages to get him with the 619 into the West Coast pop. And, Rey Mysterio picks up the win. Antonio Cesaro's the weak link with the 77, but when the weak link with the 77, it's pretty damn good. And then in our last segment of the show, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Raw Sheriff, meeting with SmackDown's general manager, Shawn Michaels. And, basically Stone Cold says he doesn't trust McMahon. And, no shit, right? But he says, about the John Cena situation, it's just amazing how someone could have gotten him that contract. and it had to have been someone high up, and it should most likely is Mr. McMahon. Shawn obviously is pissed because SmackDown's Shawn's show, and John Cena has been running havoc. But Stone Cold says that, enough is enough, that we'll get down to the bottom of it, and whoever let John Cena run amok on SmackDown and the WWE will pay. And that's how we end Superstars. B+. Can't really complain. But I'll see you guys now for SmackDown. Alright, we're back with SmackDown, the final SmackDown before Night of Champions, and to open the show, we have a pre-show match featuring Hunico and Camacho, and teaming with the other team of Riot and Rave, take on the Usos and the Hart Dynasty. And it all comes, the Usos and the Hart Dynasty pick up the win when Jey Uso defeated Camacho by pinfall with a Samoan Wrecking Ball. Good stuff, if I don't say so myself. And we start things off with Raw with Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler comes down to the ring, microphone in hand, hits in the ring, and he's pissed. He says he's sick and tired of everyone talking about John Cena. They should be talking about him and how on Sunday he's going to win back his World Heavyweight Championship. The World Heavyweight Championship that John Cena stole from him at Extreme Rules. Drew McIntyre then salters out his other opponent in the triple threat at Night of Champions, saying, "No one's talking about you, Drew, because no one believes in you, not even yourself." And as soon as he says that, the McMahons come out, Mr. McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H, and they agree, actually. They tell Dolph that, Dolph, losing at Extreme Rules, everyone can see it. You're emotionally affected, Dolph. You've gone on this rage. You just despise John Cena. We all despise John Cena, of course. But it's just not what needs to be done. And you have a lot of emotion bottled up in you, but we don't need emotion. We need results. And we think Drew McIntyre's got to be the one that gives us the results. He's not the chosen one for nothing. And Dolph Ziggler, he just storms out. He's flustered. He's embarrassed. He's angry. He's pissed off. Clearly the words have gotten to him as, they walk back to the stage. And we get our first match of the night. The first match of the night, actually a really decent match, and interesting. We have Miami Vices taking on the Saviors of Perfection, who beat Miami Vices, a little upset. Damian Sandow beats Trent Barreta, I assume with the elbow disdain. During the match, Xavier Woods comes out dancing, Somebody Call My Mama, that classic theme song. But it's not enough to distract Damian, and actually probably helps him win the match. And he beats Trent Barreta via pinfall. And, it's good. Damian Sandow has gotten momentum, especially off of that important match he has going into, Sunday, going into, that NXT title match that they have. That's probably going to be in the pre-show since they're not over enough to be on the main show, brother. But, all things regardless, an interesting example by the Saviors of Perfection. And next we have another decent match, bringing the fans down from that, pretty much it was, we have Beth Phoenix taking on Gail Kim. Beth Phoenix obviously challenging AJ Lee for the Divas title on Sunday, and she puts away Gail Kim clean with the Gland Slam. And then after the match, she tells AJ Lee, this Sunday, this is going to happen to you. And she takes Gail Kim and just puts her right through the announce table. We're writing her off TV because she's going to be going away because she's pregnant in the game. So there's that. So before they do that, she just destroys Gail Kim and tells AJ Lee, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get destroyed. I'm going to win the Divas title. Enough said. And I think, we can all agree there. Next, we have a segment backstage. We see Shawn Michaels walking around, obviously the SmackDown GM, and he walks up to Triple H and Stephanie. He's like, what the hell was that? And Triple H is like, what? And, McMahon's oddly not there. But Shawn goes, why would, you're an idiot. Why would you tell Dolph that? And he explains, Dolph is going emotionally. He got the shit kicked out of him at Extreme Rules. You can't deny that. That was a burial. Dolph Ziggler walked in a World Heavyweight Champion and he left a boy because John Cena just beat his ass. But Shawn goes, if you want the title off John, why would you make one of the challengers in a triple threat that you have the most chance to get the belt off of feel bad and feel like he can't do it? Triple H is like, that's kind of a point. And Shawn's like, Hunter, you really need to think straight. You're kind of being an idiot. And he walks away, and Triple H just looks on, and Stephanie does as well. Stephanie didn't get to say anything. Didn't get to smack Shawn and emasculate him in front of the audience, but, you know, whatever. We can't have our ways all the time. And next we have Sheamus taking on Goldust in a match. This actually did not go the way it was supposed to go. How it was supposed to happen was Goldust was supposed to win, getting a flash pinfall after Kevin Nash came out and distracted Sheamus. So we'll just pretend in this world that happened. Sheamus obviously pissed off about Kevin Nash interrupting. Kevin Nash pissed off at Sheamus. And the Kevin Nash's redemption arc continues as we go along. And we're about to have our main event of the evening, and Ted DiBiase says that he's not scared of Ryback, the Intercontinental Champion, who he's challenging this Sunday. I've said that way too many times this video already. But he says he ain't scared of John Cena either. You know, John Cena runs around here like he owns the place. And, you know, if he was his dad, he would have bought the place. But Ted DiBiase Jr. is different. Ted DiBiase Jr. is a man of action, and he's going to prove to the world why John Cena doesn't run the show. He's not the face that runs the place. John Cena beats the shit out of him. I mean, it's what, you know, I'm sorry, but John, again, just beats the shit out of him. He makes him tap out with the STF. You know, Ted DiBiase puts up a fight. You definitely, you know, see that in a 95 A-star match. But, you know, it's not enough, and John, you know, beats him. We see Ryback coming in and attack. We also see Dolph Ziggler get a shot on John Cena. And I like to imagine Ziggler and Ryback fight a little bit, you know, just because, hey, let's beat each other up. But John Cena managing to put Ted DiBiase away just a couple days, 2 days before the pay-per-view. And then as we go off the air, we have John Cena, we have Dolph Ziggler staring off. McIntyre eventually comes out. He's like, hi, guys. And 23,000 people get to see this hype ending of SmackDown. You know, this Sunday, Cena, McIntyre, Ziggler for the World Heavyweight Championship at Night of Champions. Let's end the show. 92A, Camacho was used too much, I guess, in the pre-show. Match increased in 7 regions. Camacho literally had one, like, he probably got one move in, so the crowd just hates Camacho. I hate Camacho too, game, it's okay. But, you know, thank you guys for watching. Sorry it's been a while. But definitely I'm gonna, and this is so weird because I'm gonna be posting Raw and then this, so it's like there was a month delay for the Raw tape and then there's a month delay for this one. It's so weird, but I'm gonna crack a bunch of these out now that I have the chance, because I am gonna be going on vacation for a bit. So, but I will have all the episodes hopefully recorded and ready to put out at that time. So I will see you guys at Night of Champions 2013.